This is Trusted Renovations. Over 25 projects, over 25 top companies in their field, all working toward one goal, to turn a dated 1970s ranch house into the dream home for one couple and their family. Here's just one of the companies who took on this amazing challenge.
So you just bought a new home, and your to-do list is a mile long. As a new homeowner, the pest and termite issues, they may get put on the back burner because you got roofing and painting and bathrooms to deal with, but we always neglect the pest and termite issues until there's a problem. Well, today we want to learn about how you can help prevent pests, termites, and even critters from coming in your home. So now we want to start with how we do our inspections. And here we have Chris Wallace, one of our inspectors, and what he's doing and using is a FLIR infrared camera. And the reason why we use infrared is because, well, you can't hide anything from infrared. It's going to pick up the differences in thermal patterns. Mainly what we're looking for is air infiltration and moisture, because if you can keep the air out, you're going to keep the bugs out. So our first thing when we come up into your attic and inspect for wildlife, the easy thing is to look down at your runway areas and to look for droppings. So you can't neglect looking at your insulation, and you'll notice them because they look like perfectly round holes. And well, that's a telltale sign of flying squirrels. You don't see any droppings, you don't see any shell remnants, you just see burrows. Here you have a gable vent, and this is what you commonly see. You see almost like a house screen on the inside of the gable vent. Well, we always find here in Georgia, bats love to roost on gable vents. So this screen on the inside isn't going to do you much good. So what we do as wildlife technicians is we'll actually screen this from the outside. Therefore, the bats, well, they can't roost. And also squirrels and rats, mice, well, they just chew right through this flimsy material. So you need something a little stronger than just this builder grade screen on your gable vent. So now we're talking critters. And everybody always asks, how do they get into my home? But what you have to keep in mind as a homeowner is a rodent only needs a gap 1/4 of an inch wide to get in. So pick 1/4 up, and that's as small as a gap as they need. So here we have the crawl space, and you have a typical crawl space vent. But this is what we call a builder grade vent. This was probably put in when they built the home, and you can see the screen is just deteriorated. So how do rats, mice, chipmunks, moles, voles get into my home? Well, right through here. And here we have another common entry point. Here we have our AC units. Well, the lines we have to know go inside. Well, they got to go in somewhere, and they typically pick the vent area. It's pretty common. We see it on every house. But here you have all these lines going into this vent, and you have voids where critters can get in. So what we would recommend to a homeowner in this situation is take you some expanding foam and seal these areas up tight that are open where all these lines go in. That's how you keep critters out.